Yaakov Galinsky just got married. He's in his Sheva brachos. Okay? It's an Yisrael. You know, there was a whole to do with the Yaldei Tehran. There were hundreds and hundreds of children that were locked into a kibbutz, and they were forced to eat chazer and on Yom Kippur, and they weren't allowed to say Kaddish after their parents, and they were going to incorporate them into secular Israeli society. Whoever was behind it, that's the way it was. And then there was a whole Vayitzaku, and there was some type of an agreement that a kid that came from a frum home can be taken out to a frum home, but they didn't have the list of kids. They didn't want to surrender the list. So the Chazon Ish called in Rabbi Yaakov Galinsky. He said, go get the list. If he would have told him to jump into the Yamsuf and split it, it would have been a lot easier. We'll go. We'll go. He told Rabbi Yaakov, go. Rabbi Yaakov said, we're going. Where are you going? We're going. So we're going to go to this fortified army base. Me with my hat and my gartel. I think I had a gartel. Me and my little bekasha, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna get the list. Hi guys. Hey you guys. Could you put down the AK-47s, what they call the rifles? Put them down for a minute. And can I please have the list? So Yaakov Galinsky goes. This is a Sheva brachos also. And he gets there and he sees a little opening under the gate. He lifts the gate and he slips himself in. He tells the other guys they're with him, either wait for me or don't wait for me. And he starts walking and they catch him. He's a small guy, but they catch him. And they ask him, what are you doing here? So he says, Chred no Yiddish. Talk about. Okay, we got a guy that speaks Yiddish over here, okay? We got a guy that speaks Yiddish. But you're not going to want to be interrogated by him. And they rough him up, and he's there, and he goes, this is my Sheva brachos, and he goes, Boire Kalalamim. I don't know, Chazon Ish sent me here, I'm here. And in walks this guy, big muscles, typical tropical shirt, his hair sticking out from all sides, 2 hairs over his bald head that he combs to the side, face beet red. Oh, that's not Yiddish! And he looks at him and he goes, you, huh? He goes, I forgot his name. Once I heard his name was Chulit, something like that. Chulit, huh? The guy goes, what? How do you know who I am? He goes, I want to remind you a story. He says, I was in Russia and I was arrested. And I was thrown into a tiny little room. I think they called it the Chinuch or something. And once a day they threw in a little food, and dry bread and a drop of water. And at night they took me out and beat the living daylights out of me because they wanted me to give up a list. And they did this for 40 days in a row. At the end of the 40 days I was dying. They said they're sending me off to Siberia, but I'm not going to make it. So they brought me a pot of noodles, just noodles. And he said it was succos nefesh. They told me you're going to eat the noodles, we're sending you off to Siberia, but he was dying of hunger. And he hears a cry, a faint cry, in the next room. Another shit heard it was a soup. And he listens in. This guy says, Ich will sterben. Why do you want to die? He goes, they just brought me in here. They told me they're going to be here for 40 days. I'm going to live on a tiny little thing in this cramped room, as big as this half of this table, and then they're going to beat me and send me off. He goes, I'm dying. I haven't eaten in days. And Rabbi Yaakov Galinsky takes half the food and gives it away to him. It's very hard to explain what that means, take half the food and give it away. Because we can't, my mother used to say, you'll never understand being hungry. And I hope you never understand it. He gave half the food away from me. He said, why are you doing this for me? He said, they're sending you off to Siberia. You also haven't eaten in 40 days. He goes, take it. Take it! Go explain it. There was a Spinker Rebbe, Yaakov Yosef. He came, for Pesach, he never ate chametz. Concentration camps. All year, he collected potatoes. If he would have caught, he would have been shot. They told him he had 2 big nisyonos. One was not to eat it till Pesach, because you were starving from hunger. And the other was the day before Pesach, when he saw somebody else was starving from hunger, he gave it all away to him. We can't understand this. And Rabbi Yankel says, remember, I gave it to you? He goes, yeah. I gave it to you, right? Yeah. I saved your life. Yeah. Give me the list. No, don't do this to me. Give me the list of the kids. Don't do it to me. Give me the list. Meanwhile, they ran back to the Chazon Ish. They said, we looked through the window. There's this big monster. Yaakov Galinsky, a short guy. He's going to kill him. He said, he's finished. Rebbe, he's in the Sheva brachos. Say, kill him for him. So Chazon Ish said, what? He says, they got him. Yeah, my Yankala, he got them. No, you don't get it. They go running back. And the whole kibbutz is standing there. I can't believe what's going on over here. Yaakov Linsky is sitting over there with his hands tied behind his back. Little guy, this huge monster of a guy is going, no, don't do it to me, please. No, you know. He gave him the list. Okay? Do we know sometimes you have to give yourself the soup also. You're in a rap mood and you give yourself the soup. You're not in the mood of going on. And the Rebbeinu Shem says, you think I'm being mean to you? This is the makar of bracha and your survival and chiyas.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.